Nobody else has withdrawn for the tournament, and the Indian police force, the local organizer, are doing a great job securing that security overlay to really make the players feel safe, and I certainly hope they do so. I think there's every reason to thank the organizers, the local police for their efforts, and I do believe that this is a very safe tournament, and there's absolutely no threat to it.
Well, whilst you're here, I'm going to corner you because I know you're now resident in Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia. What about this young man, right in shot there? Chong Wei has been a fantastic player. His the improvement that he's made, the training schedule he set himself, and the standards he set himself. You must be impressed by him.
I'm totally impressed by Chong Wei. He's a great player. He's a great personality. He's truly a star player. You know, one of those players that has a personality and also shows it on court, also off court. But you know, his way of playing the game is just impressive.
He's got a humble perspective. He signs autographs. He'll sit and stand with the photographs with his fans. He is a real ambassador, and I must say, one of the great sportsmen in any sport of the world.
Yeah, I would agree. I would totally agree. He is, you know, a big name all over the world, and I think very well respected amongst his colleagues, and you know, all the fans around the world. They are cheering for him, and you know, a big name in Malaysia. Yep. You know, I've really felt that after being in Malaysia for some months now, that Chong Wei is somebody everybody knows.
Well, thanks a lot for explaining that. If you have any other news or agendas that you want to put forward, we're very happy to welcome you here again, Thomas. Thanks a lot for your help, and good luck for this week. It's going to be great, I know it.
Thank you, John.
Okay. Thomas Lund, then, the COO of the Badminton World Federation, has just explained to us what the situation is with security, and obviously his perspective at the moment is very positive that we're going to get through this week with some great play. Let's get concentrating then on the match right in front of us now. 4-3 it is to Chong Wei.
Service over.
And maybe I can then just add my experience of Chong Wei is one of supreme admiration. He is something really special. He's in a battle at the moment with
5-4.
this young German, and I tell you, he will be, well, he has nothing to lose. That's the great thing. Domke, who is ranked 121, so he's 120 places below Chong Wei, is just having an absolute ball. Look at this, 10 points they've played, 5 each. What could be better than that? The German obviously buoyed up by the fact that Julian Schenk, compatriot, has just got through to the second round, and he's got nothing to lose, so he can throw everything that he's got in his armory into the hat and see what comes out. This man, I call him Pegasus, because he can fly. He's like a thoroughbred racehorse. He's absolutely, well, the fittest I've ever seen him. He's in great shape, great form, and I know mentally he's tuned in. He came off that extraordinary experience in Beijing, well, he got the silver medal, but in truth he will be disappointed with his performance there. Lin Dan was totally dominant, and well, in Beijing it was a fairy tale for Lin Dan. Here in Hyderabad, you never know whether Chong Wei can upset the form books, and if he's brought to challenge Lin Dan, well, he could be successful. He has got a great record against Lin Dan, ultimately. Well, I'm looking forward to this tournament, basically for the experience and the thrill of watching Chong Wei perform. And he plays long with that one. Domke at 6-9 will be very pleased with his performance to date. As Thomas Lund so rightly said, he is a great ambassador, and he is one of the finest sportsmen in any sport. I tell you, you could see him performing at the highest level in so many other sports as well.
8-9.
7-9. I must just, I don't want to put a dampener on it too much, but just to say that I'm reminded of the fact that in the first round in the Indian Open, which is a Grand Prix event in March, I witnessed the demise of Lee Chong Wei in the first round. He was suffering a little bit, apparently, from a bit of a tummy bug after winning in the Super Series at the Wilson. But there's going to be no excuses like that here, I'm sure. We go to the break now in this opener. 11-9, it's much closer than they anticipated, but of course it takes a lot of effort for top players who know they're in the top rank to overcome all that pressure of expectation. They take a very short break.
No.
And of course Datuk Sidek sits back, notebook in hand, pencil or pen in hand,
Got 3:20 seconds. Got
and he really has
seconds.
given Lee Chong Wei a huge amount of inspiration and comfort in his game over the time that he's been with him.
11-9. Play.
Second half of the first game, 11-9, and it will now be, I'm sure. Now he's warmed up to the occasion, and now he knows what he's got to do. Look at that. It was a blind shot cross court, wasn't it? He played the shot before his head came through. Unbelievable. Bye-bye. And another big one, cross court. Just look at the skill level in that. How do you hang there so high and still play such power? 13-9. No, well, Chong Wei got a little bit careless there.
10-13.
Was going to leave it, and then he realised, of course, that the breeze is coming from behind his back and was going to push that shuttle into court. That is 14-10.
Service over. Yeah.
The way that Ms. Brunsidek has given Chong Wei such confidence is great to see. Chong Wei actually has just been glancing at his notes here.
10.
He favoured basketball when he was young, but didn't like the idea, his mum didn't like the idea of him playing outside in the heat of the Malaysian sun, and said, you better go inside, young boy, and learn badminton. So at 11 years old, they're quite late really. His father, who liked badminton, usually said, okay, let's go in and find a coach to teach you how to play it properly. He was drafted into the national squad when he was 17, so he's been around the scene for quite a time. Ooh, no, that was surely wide.
Service over.
I can't believe it either, Chong Wei. That was wide. You can't see it from that angle. But, yeah, he decided to leave it and then was surprised it was called in. Read the newspapers tomorrow if you doubt it. 11-16. That could be in as well. Yeah, no, that was definitely in. 12-16. He's got to get used to the feel of this court. There's definitely breeze behind him, which will push shuttles that you think normally would be in, would be out. They come back into play. Not that time. It's 17-12.
17-12.
Not a great deal of atmosphere here. There's a little bit of screaming and shouting from the Malaysian bench, of course, and from the Malaysian players who are supporting. But we haven't heard the Malaysia Boleh yet. 18-12. I'm tempted to say the overture is being conducted by Lee Chong Wei. Good pick up, Domke. We haven't seen Chong Wei diving yet. He's just beginning to... there you go, thank you. Just a little bit of a half down, another one, thank you. Great stuff. Oh, we love this. We love this one. Read that again. Good stuff, Domke. Well done, lad. Absolutely fantastic. That'll get the crowd going, and that certainly will stretch my vocal cords, because I absolutely love watching a competitive rally like that. That was brilliant stuff. Well done. Brilliant from Domke to win, Dieter Domke to win the point. Chong Wei was all over the place. 3 little semi-dives, and then he loses out to 13-18. He thought he was in control, and Domke takes a little bit of a break as the mop comes out.
Thank you.
And mops up his sweat. So he's just replacing it. A bit of hydration does the job. But that was a great rally. He'll remember that one.
13-18, play.
He's got the serve. Back to status quo.
19-13.
It was such a tiring rally, that last one. Domke still breathing in heavily, but this supremely fit Chong Wei is hardly breathing at all. It's 20 points to 13. It's game point in the first. Chong Wei on his way. Another good pickup. Domke is really, he's playing above his normal game at the moment, and he wins the point there. It's 14-20. Good on him. Dieter Domke, 121 ranked in the world. He's playing a fabulous match. Knowing you're live on TV as well must help to inspire. That's it, that's the game. It's 21-14 in the end. Chong Wei wins it, and wins it comfortably, but I must say there were a few rallies in that one that meant that the German was performing above himself. Great work. It's one love. Lee Chong Wei, the #1 in the world. Asian Open Grand Prix gold just earlier this year. Singapore Open winner. And I've been at a lot of those events, including the one, of course, in Kuching when he won his 3rd Malaysian Open and came back and beat Lin Dan after being absolutely dead and buried at 2013 in the 3rd. That was one of the most extraordinary comebacks, and I was always an enormous fan of Lee Chong Wei's, but since then I just felt there was just something absolutely special about this man, and I tell the world so. And again, that heavy wrist action on the jump smash there just adds something a bit special. Domke couldn't control the defensive shot. 2-all. Way out of court for 3-2. That's the problem when you're playing against a man who's so cool and good at retrieving. You try to push and find the lines, and often without success. It's 4-2. He's such a great player that he can afford to wait until the shuttle is played before he tends to anticipate. He's just something. Look at no, you can't do that. He did it again. There's even a smile there. That's very funny. There's a smile on the umpire's face there. Mikhaila Benkova could see the funny side of that one. It's 3-4. Domke not going to give this away easily. Again, it's the big extra little bit of speed
Service over.
causes the problem, and Domke's got a really, really wide reach when he couldn't quite control it. 5-3. Lovely inside out this time.
6-3.
He's using this as a little training session, I think, Chong Wei, but he's getting a really good warm-up and a sweat. Great stuff. Look at that for a pickup. Oh, yes! Absolutely superb. Just as I'm praising Lee Chong Wei, Peter Domke comes up with an absolute ace.
4-6.
Superb. Well done. Yeah, it's short.
Service over. 7.
Good idea, but it was well done on the net. It's 7-4. That one's short. It's 5-7. Chong Wei not absolutely his tops or best at the moment. It wasn't a long way short, was it? But I think you'll be surprised at the spirit of this young German. That was millimetre perfect.
8-5.
And I tell you, there was a lot of power on that as well. Great angle, great placement. 8-5. Good service. Sets it up and wins the point. Domke disappointed with that. He was there and he was trying to control it too much. But you saw, just coming into the picture, Lee Chong Wei was anticipating it well. Yeah, into the body, great target, 10-5.
10-5.
Chong Wei has got 9 Super Series titles to his name.
11-5 interval.
And he captured bronze in the World Championships before 2005. And he's never won the All England Open. So, you know, there's still lots to be done as far as Chong Wei is concerned. Right here and now, his focus is very much on getting through to the next round. They're never too confident and cocky to go thinking too far down the line. But all of us in the media know that Chong Wei has got to be there or thereabouts towards the end of this tournament. He certainly should be on the final day. 7 days time, my goodness. A lot of work, a lot of matches, a lot of shuttles, poor shuttlecocks
11-5
over this World Championship week. 11-5 in the second, having taken the first. Chong Wei on his way. That was good. 12-5.
5.
And again, both Domke and Chong Wei struggling to just realize that the breeze here is very strong in the face of Chong Wei. So
Service over. 6.
I guess both
13.
players really should be enjoying the idea of playing into the wind. That's normally the way these top players like to be controlling it. It's 6-13. Wow, that's a great shot. Fabulous shot. Wow, it came early. It was tremendously well targeted. Good placement. 7-13. Yeah, and another. It was a half a dummy there as he came forward, wasn't it? Just, well, we can't quite get the dummy element of it. We got the final detail from that replay, but he's a clever player. I'm impressed. 8-13. He's certainly not. That's long, wide. He's certainly not 121. Goodness, if he keeps playing at this level, he'll be up well in the 50s. Well in the 50s. But there he lets himself down with a lack of concentration at the net. 15-8. Trademark pickup on the backhand side by Chong Wei. Oh, and then he misses an easy backhand. Oh dear.
Service over.
The boy from Georgetown, Penang, up in the northwest, off the northwest coast of Malaysia. He has made a great name for himself in a great sport. That again is a huge error from Domke. The wind, the breeze, the drift, call it what you will, keeps the shuttle in play at that end. Good improvisation there, Chong Wei. And now he will kill it. No. Domke misses. 17-9. It is a precision play, but again, even if he had made it, he would have fouled at the net. It's 17-9. That's again a good dummy. He's not 121, I keep saying it, but got a lot more to him, this German player. Oh, what a great drop. Wow, drop, what am I talking about? It was a full-blooded cross-court smash. Chong Wei shows a great resolve here. He's not fazed by his taller and tricky opponent, I must say. He hasn't played him before. And at 18-9, it's just showing why he's one of the main favourites for this tournament this time. Chong Wei having to jump and dive everywhere, and still having to. He's on the defence all the time and fails on the backhand pickup. You'll be disappointed with that, but you have to keep saying Dieter Domke is playing a really great match. Okay, the scoreline is a bit one-sided, 10-18, but I didn't honestly expect him to come even this close. It's a very impressive performance by the young German, but look at that. He then messes up at the net for 19-10. I'm going to have lots of chance in the future to talk a little bit more about Lee Chong Wei, because he's going to go through in this first round match. It's 20-10, match point, Lee Chong Wei, Malaysia. Datuk Lee Chong Wei. That's out, that's it. 21-10 in the second. And that really is, well, I must say, a very, very professional performance by Lee Chong Wei. He won't be over the moon with that, I'm sure. He feels, I'm sure, that there will be opportunities he should have taken, but in the end, a little hug there from his mentor, his Bunsider. 21-14, 21-10. You couldn't really ask for a better workout than that for the number one seed and the number one ranked in the world, but the best is